I don't know why it is not letting me do what I want to do on Patreon. Okay, I'm gonna try to schedule. You guys are not gonna be able to probably see this at exactly the time when it starts. So, okay. So at least 5 minutes into the future. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this so that you guys can catch me live. Let me see. Here we go. So you'll probably catch this like 7 minutes in. I don't know why. But I did my best. I did my best. I Let's get into it. Yeah, my son, I don't know why he's up still. It's like one something in the morning. I figured the later I waited, the less likely you'd have to hear children yelling. But it seems that this kid is up and at him at one something in the morning. Um, you guys will probably it will go live on Patreon at 1:07 a.m. and I'll probably be already well into the read. But anyway, welcome to the patron 911 message. Um, this message just came to me, just that some people needed some extra guidance headed into October, because October is going to be filled with major shifts. I wish I could stress that more. Major shifts and changes. Um, it's going to be a lot of shocking tower moments and a lot of shocking windfalls and just unexpected blessings coming in. Even the tower moments are going to feel like blessings, is what I'm hearing. Like something's going to fall apart, but it's going to be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because in that falling apart, something great and grand is going to be born. So let's just sage the space really quick. I have two tarot decks and a deck that I usually use to give advice. Let me take these off because they're causing the glare. And a deck I use to give advice. That's my Lantern Oracle. But let me not oversage. But the tarot decks are going to give some insight as to what this emergency is about. When I get a 911 message, it means just something very important that might have been overlooked. Now, I just did the lunar read, but I'm getting that with the moon read, there's a little bit more that needed to be known as you move into the next month. Maybe some of you are moving into the next month, I'm feeling, with like negative thinking, not very optimistic. Maybe you're pretending to be optimistic, like perhaps you're like, I hope everything's going to be great, or I'm claiming this. And really, in your heart, you're like, I doubt it, and if you are. A lot of people front. I'm sorry, I'm be real with my patrons. A lot of people front on Facebook. They put up these memes, they put up these quotes, they put up photos, and they try to look like everything is awesome, and really they don't feel that. I rebuke those people. I mean, I can't take that. I'd rather you just don't put up anything. Don't pretend like you are optimistic because you can't fool the universe. If in your heart you're not feeling that, then work on you. That's how I feel. That's what I do. Um, you know, I'm not perfect. I have my days where I feel like shit, and then I feel like, win, universe, win, that mode. But for the most part, I've come pretty far on my journey through my shadows, and I know when I'm full of shit, and I know when I'm on point. And one of the first messages I'm getting, 911, 911, 911, is be real. Okay, be real. I know as far as my journey is concerned, I'm not taking anybody with me that's not real. If I feel like you're phony, if I feel like you play a role for the public, if I feel like you're not standing in your true self, your authenticity, you're going to probably notice that I spend less and less time entertaining, you know. So I just want to stress Spirit is coming through to say, work on yourself before you try to work on others. And in aspects and areas of your life where you have done the work and you are in a better place, that's where you can be an inspiration or motivation. But let me think of an example. If you're somebody who is still working on excuse me, who's still working on maintaining their mindset, maybe you flutter between uh, positive and negative, optimistic and pessimistic, then you need to do that work. And you don't have to tell the world you're doing that work because social media is becoming a circus. It's a circus where everybody's a character. The clowns come out, the animals come out, the ringmasters come out, the people who do the trapeze come out, the tightrope walkers come out. It's like everybody's taking on a different character, and the universe is watching. All of the light beings, the divine, everyone's watching. So every energy can be felt, put it that way. It's not like people are literally sitting in the clouds watching. The energy is felt on the planet and by the planet. So anything that is false, not real, phony, it's going to get exposed, and in ways that you don't want to know. Like, you might be pretending everything is awesome and not doing the work to really be in that mindset, and the universe exposes that everything ain't awesome for you, in some way, shape, or form. You may be someone that's on Facebook or Instagram, and you're always preaching. I had a relative that would do that. And get your life and and live your best life and love yourself. And she couldn't stand herself. She hated her life. She was upset with her ex. She had been through a heartbreak that she was not healing from. But she wanted to put on this facade for the public that all was well, because that's what she was known for, the party girl, having fun, you know. And eventually it was exposed. Um, and I don't want to go all into her business, but in a way, something came out through the ex, and it was on social media. And then people who saw that kind of questioned all her posts. I thought everything was great. So and so's post is saying everything's not great, you know. And so that's just examples. Not saying that's going to happen to any of y'all, but there is a 911 warning. I'm taking it if it resonates. If you're somebody who, and really own it. Don't sit here and if it's you, try to be like, that ain't me. If you're somebody who sits online and when everything is bad, not saying when everything's bad, because you don't want to go on social media and be like, my life is fucked up, pray for me. You don't want to do that either, because then you become, I'm a victim, everyone feels sorry for me. You don't want that either. The God wants you to work on you. That's the message I'm getting. Work on you. If you're working on you, everything else will fall into line. You'll attract in people that need to be around you. You'll attract in the experiences that you need in order to elevate yourself. And then you don't have to worry about exposing anything or teaching anybody or guiding anyone or whatever, because you'll be a living example. They'll be like, hey, I remember when she was really like pessimistic, or she was really down in the dumps, and now look at her. And that is what I had to learn, was that my way of inspiring is more by living my best life. And as people watch that, they were like inspired to want to know, well, how'd you get there? And rather than me saying, uh, putting up memes saying different things and thoughts and quotes that at that time I really wasn't living, you know. And those that knew me closely would probably vouch, like, now why Amina got up some post talking about, unconditional love, and why she putting stuff about, you know, and it's not that you're worried about. God's just saying, work on you right now. And that's the message for my tribe. I'm not saying that's for the world, but if you roll with the light tribe, light workers, whatever, right now we're supposed to be working on ourselves, and and we cross the finish line. That's when you say, hey world, oh, y'all been watching? Yes, I crossed the finish line. Celebrate me. All right, on to the next race. Not while you're still in the race, is what I'm hearing. While you're still trying to get to the next hurdle and you barely made it over the last one. Don't try to guide or lead anyone, all right? Because spirit is watching you, and the more you try to act like all is well when you don't really believe that, they're gonna keep putting things in your face like, okay, oh, okay, I saw what you put up. Oh, that's what you feel? So let's see. Oh, I heard what you told that person. You told them, yeah, I have faith and I do it. Let's see. Okay. I'm not saying you don't want the test, but you don't want the test. No. If you're not ready for them, you don't want the test. So, anyway, with all that said, let's see what else this new moon in Libra, because it's all about justice and things balancing out. And I'm getting that that's why that's a warning, a 911 warning, because it's an imbalance if you're saying one thing and you're living another. You're showing one facade online, but your heart's telling a different story. There's no room for false leaders. There's no room for deep mask wearers anymore. My sister just did a Write It Out Wednesday on platform. Y'all should think about submitting. It's so therapeutic. Lay Night, LAYYKNIGHT. I'm sorry, GHT. Whoa, KNIGHT. Did I spell that right? I have never get enough sleep, y'all. So please forgive me. But Lay Night, Write Out Wednesday. Every week she has a different topic. Sometimes it's an open topic, and you could submit a poem, a rap, or a song. You can video yourself doing it. You could submit it written, and she'll read it for you. You could submit it anonymously. You could submit it with a pen name. Whatever the case, doesn't matter. But it's very therapeutic. I've been participating every week. I even had someone in my 5-month program submit her work. Um, yeah, I had a few people submit. I think 2 people submitted from the 5-month program. So it's like growing, and we've been thinking about taking it even bigger, maybe making it a YouTube thing as well. But submit. You can submit every week. It's like a way of purging certain thoughts and feelings. So this week the topic is strength. I mean, well, next week. This week it was facades. It was about fake friends, fake just pretending. She had a poem about pretending that everything was all right in her life when really it wasn't. For years, decades. Mine was about experiencing people who I held very close to my heart, only to find out that they were wearing masks. That a lot of them were jealous of me. Um, Unbeknownst to me, I didn't understand why. Um, but we're not even gonna get into that. If you listen to the platform, if you listen to the stuff, you'll hear my poems, you'll hear my raps. I think I did a poem and a rap. Yeah, poem and a rap this week. I did a song the prior week. My pen name is Goldieverse. So check it out and submit when you get a chance. But anyway, we just did something about facades, and that's what made me feel like this 911 has something to do with authenticity, being real, not putting on a facade for Facebook. I started a whole new Facebook page because I couldn't take the stuff I was seeing on my old page. I was very careful with people I let into the new page. Some people got in that I really didn't want to let in, but I said, you know what? I'm always someone who feels like people have room to grow. And I'll leave my door open, which has been the reason why I've had swords in my back before. But you know, I'm an empath. I feel for people sometimes until they put the 10 swords there, and then I'm like, okay, I guess you got to go. But I'm getting better at that. I don't wait for it to be 10 swords anymore to realize, okay, goodbye. But I started this new page, and it was really to clear out people that I felt like were phony. Also, people that I felt were superficial. Excuse me. Maybe me being a spiritual person and healer and just very in tune with the planet and the ancestors and things like that. It's so hard for me to also accept that there's a lot of people out there who use spirituality solely because it's what's making money to them now. Um, and or it's the end thing, or it sounds good to say I'm spiritual, or it looks good to have the African head wrap on the African garb, and it, and then I had the people too that were annoying me because they kept throwing up. What was it that was irking me? Oh, I had like a few friends I had to not invite to my new page because they were constantly talking about all of their degrees. That was an annoyance to me. I love when people accomplish great things, but when you start to identify yourself by your level of education, it starts to come off as superficial to me because there are people who have not even been stepped a foot in college or any university that would blow people with degrees out the water with the knowledge they have, the talents they have, the gifts that they have. For a while, my sister, felt insecure because she didn't have any college experience, and I said, you know what? But you know so much more than a lot of people who have been to college, and so for a while, I was getting annoyed by people who were constantly tossing that around, and so yeah. Needless to say, I didn't invite them to my new page. I call it my new world. I only have 100 and something friends, and on my old page, I have like 2,000 and something friends. Um, I feel like my real friends are on the new page because it matches the same amount of people that are just about subscribed to my YouTube channel. But you know, my old page, I have over 2,000 people. I don't have 2,000 subscribers. So I would feel like a few of you are not really supportive. And it's not to say that you got to be into readings or visualizations or dance to support somebody. I have a cousin who reviews snacks. I don't eat half the stuff he reviews, but I find him funny and I think that he's talented. And I watch some of his stuff. Sometimes I'll let it play. I won't even be watching it just so he gets the view. I subscribe. I got on his shirt advertising El Snacko at Regular Mike. You know, if you want to check him out, he's really funny. But to me, it's about support. It's not about well, I'm not really into that, so whatever. It's I'm supporting what you're doing because you're trying to do something positive out there. So I went off on a tangent, y'all, for 20 minutes. Let's get to this 911. But I just felt like that stuff that Spirit wanted me to share. Authenticity is going to be very important moving into October. So where do we want to start? All right, message number one. And I feel like there may be two to three, so let's just see where we go. I do have to get some sleep at some point. I can't be up all night. We are well into the morning. I'm meant to be asleep already. I don't know if my ohms are bothering you guys, but I had to put something on to clear my head, clear my third eye, get it open because I was a little groggy, and because my son is running amok and making up so much noise that I was scared I wouldn't be able to focus and get these messages out. So ancestors, I ask you, since and archangels, whoever feels they can give me this message the clearest at this time, please come through and make this message very clear for whomever it's supposed to resonate with. This reading is open to all patrons, so it will be some who view this who are not my clients, are not, subscribed to me. Hopefully, you will subscribe on YouTube and on Patreon. I look forward to getting to know all of your energy. So all you light energies out there. All right, so our first message. Wow. We starting powerful. Okay, so what's going to be the issue? And okay, so first message for one of you out there. You're about to come into some coins, into some money. Nine of Pentacles here, gain. You're about to come into, as you move into October, a freaking windfall, some kind of money. I don't know where it's coming from. I just know it's going to bring you comfort. It's going to bring you peace of mind, whatever it is. Wherever it comes from, you hear him laughing? It's going to make you feel like that. Like, oh my God. Now, the only thing, this is why it's a 911, is the Seven of Wands is here, but they're reversed. So I'm getting, there's going to be a need. I'm going to show it to you upright though. There may be a need to protect yourself from people who want to stand against whatever it is you represent and what you stand for. So maybe the way you're getting your money, there's some people who hate on it, who are jealous, who feel like you don't deserve it, who feel like why them and not me, or who don't agree with whatever it is you're doing to get the money or how you get it. I just feel like there's a need for you to protect yourself, but at the same time, with the reverse, I do feel like don't have your guard up so high that people can't get in at all. You do want to have a kind of a shield up where it's like almost like I said with my new world, you want to let in those who you deem worthy. Be the queen or the king of your empire, but shield your energy, protect your energy. It has to do with career. I see this money coming in through work, Three of Pentacles, the work card. Something you're building, something you're working on, something you've been really putting a lot of energy into is going to bring in this money. But there are going to be those who are kind of like, what the hell, you know? And I didn't mean to pull this card. Okay. It's a judgment card. So don't worry. It looks like things are going to go in your favor. But with the Four of Pentacles reverse, upside down, power reverse, you're going to be in a position of power, a position where you're going to be the boss, I feel like. And there may be people who want to knock that down and come up against you, don't want you to be in this position of power, feel like you don't deserve it, jealous of it, whatever the case, or you might feel like you're not worthy. Whatever the case is, the Most High has already decided that this is your just due. We are moving into this new energy now of reaping what you sow. So whether you feel like it's what you're ready for or not, it doesn't matter because it's what is coming in. Okay. I want to pull you a card of advice. Hold on, let me just check something to make sure I read that card right. Okay, yes, that's the judgment. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I read that card right. Yeah, so it's already been, you're just due. You deserve this. It's coming in. There will be people who try to pass judgment on you, who are not happy about what you have. Hold your position. Stand your ground. Um, Stand in your authentic self. Be you. That's your power. And when you let that go, that's where you're going to lose your light. So don't do that. Stay in your light. It's already meant for you. It's already coming in. Something you've been building. You've been working on it. And you stood up against opposition. And opposition will always, in some way, there'll always be somebody that's hating, you know. But it gets easier. Don't fall under the pressure. So let me get you advice from the Lantern Oracle. Sorry, this is not my desk, so that's why I keep hitting it. My desk is actually over here, but it's filled with cards because I have another reading I'm supposed to be doing for YouTube. Uh, it actually is an Ascended Masters reading, something coming from the Ascended Masters. So I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do a Patreon season first or what. But this right here is an exclusive. Only patrons are going to see it. I'm never going to air this to YouTube. This is meant only for those who are patrons. So let's get some advice for whoever this resonated with or whoever wants to claim this good fortune that's coming in. I'll claim it. Y'all don't. What's some advice that they could use moving into October? Is that one card? Okay. Metamorphosis. Wow. And the card says, sorry, my eyesight ain't so good. No, I don't want to affirm that. I'm not seeing in the dark. That's the issue. Power and strength lie within our surrender to change. So I do feel like there's a major change coming in. That's the only way you're going to be able to accept this windfall that's coming in. If you can't be open to change, if you are guarded against every little thing that is not familiar, this is not opportunity is not going to be able to come in. I feel like it's going to be a change in your career, a change in your income. It may be like unexpected for you, and so it could be hard for you to accept. Um, it's a card of master manifestation. It's number 11. So it says, while many forces, circumstances, and events significantly impact, constrain, and direct our lives, we still have many choices. The trick is to recognize where they are and deliberately choose and therefore shape the overall transformative outcome we experience. The nature of life is an ongoing invitation and at times challenges us to participate in its perpetual metamorphosis. Creative perception, critical thinking, authentic action, and courage can assist us in making the most of the choices available to us. Our decisions are how we adapt and come to own and know ourselves through any significant change that is not of our choosing. Okay. The maiden struggles to let go of maidenhood. She clings to the androgyny of girlhood and steadfastly resists the onset of puberty that is propelling her out of the most insular chapter of life. Change is a process of decay, clearing, regeneration, and renewal through growth that is typically challenging, messy, and emotional. Like the maiden, we too can feel overwhelmed, confused, and even traumatized in the face of change, even in instances where the change has been desired and self initiated. It can still feel disruptive and like an intrusion. And I felt that when I looked at the flowers, they have thorns on them. Some of them do, and they don't look very lively. So it's like letting something die that actually was once beautiful, but maybe caused pain. Maybe it's not. It was just not for you, and being able to accept that. You may be at a point where something needs to give. There we go. There may also be a significant past change that remains unprocessed and therefore disruptively unassimilated to your current situation. Whether or not the impending or past change is wanted, be gentle and compassionate with yourself. Tend lovingly to any feelings of confusion, dislocation, fear, anger, frustration, or loss. Take the time to recognize and act on the choices you currently have and base your decisions on what will meet any needs that your adaptation process requires. So, the maiden's message is let go of what is letting go of you. Allow the tide of time to take what it wants back into the oceans of life and release new treasures upon your shore. Always ask yourself, what is in my power to choose right now? What choice do I want to make here and why? Is this decision ultimately from a place of love, of self love? If you are not sure, ask yourself, is the choice aligned with what pure source love would choose for itself? And that is your advice for the first 911 message. Okay. Now I feel like it's one more. I thought two. Now I'm feeling like one more message coming through. So let's get that message. And they're making me grab a different deck of tarot. A little bit smaller. Hopefully you can still see the pictures pretty good. Sorry, this is a test. If you'll be able to see the photos. This one does not look like the photos are shown. Okay, well, I guess it shows up good. And of all cards, ugh, you don't want to know what card that was. Let's hope that doesn't come up again. Okay, let's see what your message is and if this resonates with you. Okay. This one looks like it has to do with love. Hmm. Wow. Okay. So, moving into October, whoever this resonates with, there's some kind of truth that you're not looking at that is right in your face. It's almost like God is saying, I'm showing you the facts. Now I'm waiting for you to act. We have the Knight of Cups starting us off. So, this is someone who is romantic, who likes to profess their love. However, in this case, this person kind of is not standing in their authentic self. It's like they're going to be shown the real deal soon. God is going to hold up a mirror to them. They talk a good game, but God's going to say, let's take a look at your reflection. Do you live the stuff you talk? This can be a masculine energy in your life, whoever this is, feels like it resonates so far. A man, he's very loving with his words. He can be very romantic and charming. However, right now he's wearing a mask and it's like it's going to be exposed. He's going to have to take a look at himself at some point in the near future as we go into October. So that's right around the corner. Um, don't let this person throw you off focus. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. This is somebody who's very good at what they do. Okay, don't let this Knight of Cups, Knight of Hearts, cause you not to focus on your craft, on what it is you are supposed to be doing right now. And what you're supposed to be doing right now is focusing on your work. And as you focus on it, those who are meant to help you move further, and it looks like an artist. So I'm feeling like this is for someone who's an artist. And I just feel like, oh, you're good with your hands. Whatever you do, it's with your hands. All right. Don't let this person come in wearing a mask. Okay. And if they do, maybe you're the one that puts their reflection up for them. so that they can see what they do and who they are really. You have to be strong. With the strength card here, it did come in reverse. So it's like somebody who's running out of steam, who feels like I've been strong, I've been resilient, I've been persevering for as long as I can, but you're a naturally strong person. And Spirit's asking you to stay strong, stand your ground. Don't let this person weaken you. Don't let them weaken you. Because next to that, we have the King of Cups. So this person, when they are, and he's reversed, when they are trying to be a king, when they're not in knighthood, which is really where they are, they're really a knight. They're not really a king yet. This person is fairly young or younger than you. He might be kind of still immature in their thinking, but they think that they're a king. And when they are in their king state, they're artistic too. This is another artist, another creative person. But when they're reversed, they use that to manipulate. They are a manipulator. They can make themselves look good. They can make things look good and pretty. They're very much into arts and everything, and they can use their craft to also manipulate and get their way. Their gifts. When they're upright, wonderful, loving, nurturing being. However, reversed, they use love to control. Okay? What you don't see is that this is the damn truth. You are getting the facts. Everything you think about this person with the sword, this is the Ace of Swords, is the facts. Spirit's actually been giving you these signs because it is an opportunity for you to have a new start. We have Two of Swords here. You're not making a choice. You have a choice that needs to be made. You already know what you need to do, but you're closing your eyes to it because you don't want to make the choice. It feels easier not to make it. It feels a lot easier just not to make the choice. However, you're being pushed to do it because there's spiritual work you need to do as well. This is interfering with your spiritual work, with your peace of mind, with your tranquility, with your up leveling. Um, yeah, look, she needs you need to be relaxing. You need to be cleansing. You need to be studying what the next thing is that you need to be doing. Instead, you're making the wrong choice. Okay, so no matter how charming, loving this masculine comes off, don't fall for it. Okay, don't fall for it. So I'm gonna give you some advice as well. I was gonna put the card in before from the last one. Wow. I split the deck and they told me use this card. This is your advice. So I didn't even have to shuffle for you. It says radical honesty. Card 18, which equals 9, which is a card of completions and change transformation, but really completion. To believe in the facades, wow, we just finished talking about facade. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self defeat, and self denial. So it's almost like they're saying stop lying to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna read you this card. I wish the lighting wasn't so sucky so you can see the actual beauty in the artwork. All right, I'm on my laptop. When I'm on my laptop, I never get good views. Okay. Oh wait, 18. Where am I going? So radical honesty. The warrior assures you that it is okay and not at all a failure or flaw to experience disappointments, betrayals of the heart, and confusion. Rather, this is what it is to be transparently and universally human. She encourages you to look candidly at your current limitations and past the regrets and the things that you wish were not part of your character or life story. The mother cautions you against continuing to deny any unwanted reality in your life and your uncomfortable feelings about it. It is not okay to ignore what does not authentically fit you, that creates unease or any kind of self compromise or incongruency in your life. I swear, I knew when I started this 911 it had to do with being your authentic self and true to who you are. While denial seems to be an easy and simple solution to what evokes aversion or discomfort in us, it is not. Sorry, the light. To maintain the ongoing armor or facade of denial leads to a life on the battlefield of perpetual deceit, manipulation, strategy, and estrangement from ourselves and others. As time continues to go by, what is avoided or denied grows into an ever harder and larger landmine to navigate. While honesty can hurt and be brutal in the moment of disclosure, the acute pain of it is always temporary. True, a tough patch of disruption, tension, and chaos typically follows moments of radical honesty, but it does eventually dissipate. The turmoil is never the life sentence that avoidance, denial, and deception are. If and when some sort of upheaval does ensue, please understand that this is necessary and is for your long term benefit. This process unhooks you from whatever dishonest armor and lifestyle had distorted and blocked you from your spirit self. The releasing of armor you had lived with for so long that it became part of you can hurt as it breaks away. Detox of any kind is never pretty, comfortable, or pleasant. Nonetheless, it will pass like the tide and leave an invaluable life propelling lesson upon your shore. Know that every time you surrender to tumultuous feelings, you are releasing the heavy armor of deceits that are no longer yours to carry. Let the uncomfortable emotions flow all of their unpleasantness completely through and out of you. Whenever they rise up in the well of your being, release them with love, acceptance, and appreciation for what is no more. The path of radical honesty can only beget more honesty. No one, regardless of how perfect they are, they no I'm sorry, regardless of how perfect they or their situation may seem, is immune to the full spectrum of life. We all have pain, shadows, insecurities, battle scars, stories of shame, and things we wish we had handled with more grace. As you become increasingly transparent, you attract more authentic and like minded people, and those of the lie fall away. Mother's message: consider your reality as a mirror reflecting all of yourself back to you. See yourself through the eyes of compassion and love. Make it a priority to experience yourself in authentic connection with others and feel your world transform into the joyful fulfillment of all that you have been fighting for. Wow. Those were two very deep messages. Let's take in a deep breath. This is Melan. I meditate to her, but she's probably going to get me flagged because I didn't know she was going to come on right behind this. So let me turn her down just a little bit. Let's take in a deep breath through your mouth. And tree breathe. Exhale and feel your roots extending from the bottom of your feet, your branches extending from the tops of your head, your arms, your torso. Just be a tree. Just be. One more deep breath in. Taking that love and light from Mama Earth. And as you exhale, just give thanks to the Most High for these messages. And I thank you guys for being here with me. Peace, blessings. blessings upon blessings, and all that good stuff as we move forward into October that comes with being a part of this light tribe. I love you guys.